Hey, my friend, Alexandra Harbushka here, founder of Money, Motherhood, Manifestation podcast. I'm excited to be back with you today to talk about 3 powerful and proven methods to raise your vibration. Okay, so manifestation, or the idea of manifestation, a lot of times comes from like a woo-woo place. People go, oh, it's super woo-woo, or that's a woo-woo thing. And it also is very science-based. So I really want to get into the science behind it. And we can talk about raising your vibration as a whole. So for example, we talk about, I want to raise my vibration because I want to attract love. I want to raise my vibration because I want to attract money, or whatever it is. And as a whole, we want to raise our entire vibration because of the old saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. We want to rise everything in our life, because when that happens, then we're able to add different, everything improves in your life, your relationship with your kids, relationship with your spouse, relationship with your business, relationship with your wealth. All these different aspects come, and there's just more clarity and more ideas and just overall empowerment when you're vibing high. So let's get into the science of good vibes. So when we hear like good vibes, you hear like good energy, good feelings, and something that we think about often, well, not often, but we might hear of like the law of vibration and law of attraction. So when you hear manifestation, you hear we hear vibration, we hear attraction. So what is a law of attraction? It's a concept that suggests that our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs can influence the reality we experience. It operates on the principles that like attracts like, meaning that the positive or negative thoughts can bring positive or negative experiences to a person's life. So the idea with manifestation, when we hear that, is thoughts become things. That's basically the definition of manifestation. We think something, we start to embody it, and then it results into an actual thing. The law of attraction is based on the belief that the universe is governed by energy, and everything in the universe, including our thoughts, is made up of energy. So by focusing on positive or desired outcomes, individuals can attract those outcomes in their lives. On the flip side, focusing on negative thoughts or fears, that can bring unwanted results, right? So obviously, I did another episode on this. It's like, Alexandra, if I have a bad day or I'm in a bad mood, am I still going to manifest what I want? Yes, you can still manifest what you want. But ideally, we want to raise our vibration because it's going to raise all aspects of our life. Things that are key aspects of the law of attraction are visualization, affirmations, gratitude, emotional alignment. These things just reinforce our desired outcomes and our beliefs. So let's talk a little bit about law of vibration. So this is another principle in the metaphysical and spiritual teachings that often linked. They're similar to law of attraction. It states that everything in the universe, including matter and energy, exists in a constant state of vibration or in motion. So there's different frequencies for objects and thoughts and vibrations. So, again, we're talking about the frequency, and how things will vibrate together. So like when you're feeling something like a positive feeling of like love or joy or excitement or enlightenment, that's going to be a high vibration. When you're feeling something of anger, resentment, frustration, you're going to be vibrating at a lower, or sadness, you're going to be vibrating at a lower thought. Okay, so let me break this down. So again, how are we going to raise our vibrations, or why is it important to do this? And what does the law of vibration and everything have to do with this? So everything's in motion, whether we see it or not. Okay. So for example, like right now I'm sitting on a chair. Like I don't think that the chair is moving or in motion, but it actually is when we get down to it. There's a desk. You can see myself. You can see your child. You can see your bed. You can see your lunch. You can see an apple. You can see all those things. And they're physical objects. And they're on a physical plane. Then we also have emotional plane, or like an emotional vibration. We can't see it. So I was mentioning that we have like love, joy, pain, sorrow, sadness. Those are all different, grief. Those are all different spectrums of the energy level or of different vibrations. So if you're going to have like the higher vibrations of love and joy, you're going to vibrate higher. If you're down there with sadness or grief, you're going to vibrate lower. And then we go to an even lower state, and there's no boundaries of separation, and we can only feel. So these are subatomic particles that are moving around and bouncing around, and everything's made up of energy and vibration. So for example, if you zoomed in on a leaf, and if you kept zooming and zooming, I'm using my fingers like I'm using my iPhone. If you kept zooming and zooming and zooming, or if you looked at a diamond under a microscope or whatever, you would see that there are subatomic particles that are actually vibrating, and that is what is causing vibration. So when we are talking about the law of vibrations and how we feel our emotions and excitement and joy, we obviously want to feel good vibrations, right? We want to have high vibes. We want to feel good. We want to have all that. We don't want to be just down and out. I use the example of moms. You know, as a mom, there's times that your child can be like absolutely fine, and then like the next second you're like, what just happened? This just happened with my son. We were getting ready for bed, and I said, okay, let's go potty. And my son wasn't going potty. And so I said, okay, well, mommy's going to go potty first. And so I did. And my son absolutely lost it because he didn't win. He didn't go potty first. And it was a full on tantrum. He was laying on the floor. He was rolling on the floor. I mean, you would have thought that the world has come to an end. And my husband, hearing all these screams of like bloody murder, walks in and he's like, what happened? 5 minutes ago, you were in the kitchen and everything was fine. And I was like, I went potty first. And that like literally, so, okay. So you can obviously, and I'm sure my husband felt when he walked into the room, the vibrational difference. We were having a fun time in the kitchen, and then all of a sudden the vibe changed, and it was this like, who knows what was going through Clinton's mind. But we've all experienced that, right? Like we've also walked into a room where you're like, this room feels good. And we've walked into a room where like, this doesn't feel good. So high vibes attract other high vibrations, and low vibes attract other low vibrations. So that's how we have the idea of when we're manifesting, we want to manifest from the highest state as possible, because we want to obviously manifest new things. So when you're frustrated or angry, like let's say you open up your checking account and you're like, I got to pay my bills or whatever. And if you're opening it from like, I got to pay my bills, and you're opening it from a place of angst or a place of fear, you're going to be vibrating at that state, and you're going to continue to attract situations that are negative around your bank account. So again, we want to we want to look at it through neutrality. Now, okay, how are 3 ways to raise your vibes? Okay, because this is obviously what we're talking about. You're like, okay, I get it, Alexandra. We have high vibe, low vibe. I get the idea that everything's vibrating, even down to a leaf, down to a diamond, down to this table, down to my computer, down to however you're listening, whatever, maybe you're in the car right now, whatever you're doing, that on some subatomic level is vibrating. Number 1, though, what I want to talk to you about is changing your vibe, is getting out into nature. Nature has an amazing way of just calming you. It will take your negative energy. It will, it's absolutely amazing. Grounding is something that we've been talking a lot of, or it's something that has been brought to our attention recently in the last couple of years. And it was something we never talked about, but it's when you put your feet on the earth and it heals you. The surface allows your body to absorb the negative charged electrons from the earth, which neutralizes free radicals in the body and promotes better health. Nature has an amazing vibration from the trees and the earth and other vegetation. And it's no surprise that when I take my son outside, he absolutely is on a different level. And I was just asking him the other day, I was like, so Clinton, what's your favorite sport? And he's like, skiing, Mom, my favorite sport's skiing. So that's no surprise to me that he naturally is gravitating to a sport that is outdoors. Your wind is in your face. You're with all these beautiful, you're in the snow, there's trees, you're smelling the outdoors. And I have no doubt that that's why that is his favorite sport. Also probably because mommy gets to go skiing with him too. But, so in my case, I love skiing and it's seasonal, so I don't get to go out. Don't get to do it the entire season, but maybe other things that you can do is go to the beach. Now, my husband, I was just talking about this earlier. My husband is the type of person that goes to the beach and keeps his shoes on. And I'm like, take your shoes off, feel the sand, feel the water. You really want to touch, ideally you want to touch the earth. Now, maybe you're on your lunch break and you can't. Maybe you're in Central Park. Maybe you're in, maybe you're in LA. Maybe you're in a place that's just too hot or too cold or whatever. But go outside. The more that you can be outside, the more that you are going to reset yourself. I was raised in San Diego and I didn't realize that. So we had all of our lunches outside. They were all outdoors. We were outdoor kids. Lunch was outdoors. We weren't inside. And so still to this day, I eat my lunch outside. I go outside as much as possible. I eat my meals as much as possible outdoors. I'm outdoors as much as possible to smell the fresh air, to be with nature. I don't always ground. I don't always take off my shoes, but I'm outside as much. Now, here's a pro tip for moms. I don't know if you knew this, but it was taught to me by my doula that when you have a newborn and you just cannot calm your child down, you're like, why are you screaming? Or why can't you stop crying? Or I've tried everything. I've changed your diaper. I've fed you. I've burped you, like whatever. What's going on? Why are you still crying? As soon as I took my son outside and we got just a little bit of sunlight, he would stop crying. Like the tears were over. So again, it's natural and obviously it just helps calm our nervous system, and resets our vibe. So it brings us to the high vibe. Okay. The next thing that we could do is connection. So this is connection with another person. Now, if you're a mom and you have young children, you're like, Alexandra, I don't need any more connection. I have somebody on me at all times. I need less connection. I got it. But in general, connection is going to be a really good thing. And I mean, you can see that I'm pregnant. I'm going to be there any minute with having a baby on me at all times. And I'll be like, okay, connection's a little overdone right now at the moment. But anyways, it is very important to have connection with another human being. Just like when we birth our babies, one of the first things that we do, it's important for mom and dad to have our skin to skin with our baby. It calms the baby's nervous system. And it even helps the mom and dad, the skin to skin bonding. It stabilizes the newborn's vital signs, including the newborn's heart rate, breathing, and temperature. So it lowers the baby's cortisol levels and it helps reduce anxiety for both mom, dad, and baby. So we do that when we're newborns. We do that for our babies, but we forget to do it for ourselves. We're just like our children. And even though we're adults, just having that connection. So maybe it's maybe you don't have a partner, but maybe it's connection with your pet. Maybe it's petting your pet. Maybe it's cuddling. Maybe it's having sex. Maybe it's laughing, calling a best friend and just laughing, but having eye-to-eye contact and just being with another person is going to be really crucial for raising your vibration. And the last thing is going to be adventure. So a lot of times we get stuck into our habits of like, this is what I do every single day. It's very habitual. It doesn't change. And adding adventure to your day, adding adventure to your life can be very, very helpful. So think about your inner child. Think about being a child. Look at your child. What does your child want to do? He or she wants to go out, run, play, jump, explore. And maybe you're like, okay, I don't need to be Dora the Explorer, but maybe just like randomly be like, I'm just going to get a pedicure today. Like that's just so, I wasn't even thinking it. Or maybe you're going to go hiking, or maybe you're like, I'm just going to call an old friend that I haven't talked to in forever. Maybe it's, pulling out your favorite song from high school and jamming out to it and jamming in the car, whatever it is, but we're trying to get out of that hustle vibe and getting into that higher vibe. And just enjoying the the excitement of something different, maybe trying a different restaurant, just a little bit of an adventure. So again, when you're raising your vibration, you're connecting with the divine, you're connecting with God, you're speaking that language. You're saying, I'm raising my vibration to the manifestation that I want to create. And I try not to think about like, oh, we want to get to this vibration because that's the vibration of money, or that's the vibration of love, or that's the vibration, whatever. No, we want to raise everything, because then everything will start to fall into place. Again, relationships with your spouse, relationships with your children. And we want to get out of the like, I just need to work harder. I just need to focus more. I need to focus. I just need to put my head down and get this done. And I just feel like that is really what we don't realize, is that's lowering our vibe and that's setting us back. So get out there with your joy, get out there with your happiness, go do things, go get out in the sunshine, and enjoy it with others. And like I said, a rising tide lifts all boats. We do have a free Facebook community. I haven't talked about this in a couple episodes. What I like about it is I post the homework. So like there's journal prompts from all of these episodes. They are posted there, and it's an opportunity for you to connect with other mamas out there. It is free, and we have a great community. If manifestation is new to you, and I know it can be really complicated. Like, how do I start, Alexandra? Where do I begin this? How do I start? I've been listening to your podcast. I don't know what to do. I have a quiz for you that you can take, and it will identify, there's 5 different types of manifestors. It'll identify what type of manifestor you are. And there are areas for you that give you your strengths in your manifesting type, or it also will give you, I don't want to say weaknesses, but it gives you areas of improvement and where you can improve, or how to just utilize your own personal strengths a little bit better to help propel your manifestations. Also with this, it's a bonus. You get 30 days of journal prompts that are specific to your manifestor type. So if this is a full body, hell yes, it feels good. You're like, yes, I want to take this quiz. It sounds super fun, Alexandra. I have it linked for you below. Check it out. I enjoyed taking it. It's a fun little quiz. You'll enjoy the customized ebook that will be sent to you on your manifestor type. All right. Maybe I'll see you on the ski slopes. Maybe I'll see you outside. I don't know. But I hope you all get out there and raise your vibration. All right. I'll see you soon in the next episode. Have a great day. Hey there. Okay, don't go away. I have a free gift for you. So if you are like me when you started manifestation and you're like, what is the best way for me personally to go about manifesting my dreams, my goals, and things like that? So I created a free quiz that will help you determine your manifestor type, okay? And here's the best part about it, is this free resource will give specific manifestation practice tools for you that you can start using every single day. And plus, there's a bonus, is you get 30 days worth of journal prompts for your specific manifestation type. So I have it for you below. Go check it out. It's free. The quiz is fun. It's in the description. Go take your quiz.